You guys probably remember the swarm I brought in. I believe I was trying to get out of town to go fishing, and it was a mess. I just shoved it in a box. I was going to get back to it as soon as I got back from fishing. Well, that was a couple months ago. So I'm sure it is an absolute mess. Now, if you remember, I left some long frames in where they'd built off the bottom of my swarm trap frames. So I just stacked a double deep and dropped them down in there. So now I got to go in here and see how bad they've jammed it all together and try to get it cut apart, so they got time to get it fixed, maybe before winter time shows up. I don't know, that one's coming hard. They've of course got weird wonky Comox rubber bands stuck to the bottom. Well, that one looks okay. It was one I did take time to put together. Usually they get these rubber bands chewed up and ate right out of there, but those ones are stuck. Alright, well, might as well try to get them loose, or they'll just stick them over the winter and then I really won't be able to get it out. Alright. That frame's kind of okay. Paul and Patty, they've been working on from the end. Now, looks like that next one is one that's long. Maybe I'll work from a couple different sides here. Some of these I haven't done anything with. Got, but it's coming. Well, that one feels like a double too. I haven't done anything with that one. One of the only really nice frames they had in here. Alright, here we come. Well, that's a frame they didn't draw out, they drew under it instead. Goofy damn bees. We'll need that one back. Usually doing cutouts, you don't try to frame up honey, but they're going to need all the honey they can get for the winter, so we'll go ahead and see if we can't slip this in there. It's kind of brittle. Come on, get out of the way. Should have got in this one right away. It probably would have been easier, but that one wasn't too bad. I did get a nice cutting board set up over here. I should have brought you over to see it. That one doesn't have much of anything. Drawn clear down off of into nothing, already broke off. Oh man. Well, that just lost a chunk down there. This is a big one with brood on it. Better put this one back there and get it out of the way. This one's a double whammy. You guys look over here. So they got two of them coming off the bottom of this. The bottom one down here's got brood, possibly the queen in it underneath it, all that. And the top one's honey and may have brood on the other side. So I'll see if I can set you up over here. You can see a little more what's happening this time. Come on, girls, get out of the way. Nothing worse than doing a cutout in your own equipment. And it was bad enough when I put it in there. Oh, right on. No brood there, just honey. Another one with just honey. This one's got the brood. It cut off of there. This one's decent honey frame on one side. They didn't draw out the other side. Stick it back down in there. See if I can cut some of this brood at the right shape here. If there's any eggs in the bottom of that. No, right on. So I can use as much of that base down here as thick as it can be so it doesn't want to sag too much. Mark where I want to cut. Mark that side where I want to cut. Well, now I got it the right shape. Got to get it up and on there. Get out of the way, girls. Right on, that wasn't too bad. A little water here. Soda water. When I'm putting out my oxalic strips, but it'll rinse honey off too. Sure like this way of rubber banding them on the frames versus the way I used to do it, where the rubber bands went around like that and you had to slide them on. It was a real booger to hold the comb in there like you wanted it, and then be able to get the rubber band to roll across it. Alright, well, there's a frame with brood on it. Don't see any eggs in any of it. Oh, here's one they drew completely crazy. Make sure my queen didn't end up down here on my bench. I got bees all over it now trying to get the honey off of it. Damn. Something broke free. They had a double drawn off of this one too. Sure like to find the queen. Well, and end up crushing her down in here someplace. Look how fat they drew that one out. Out of the world, I'll get it back in there. Oh, what a mess. Starting to get a little pissy too. And with just cause. Can't blame them for being pissy when I tear the whole hive apart. Yeah, the bottom box is going to be a mess too. Only brought 5 frames up. I hope I brought enough. They've got this one, so why it's so fat, they've got double frame, double comb drawn off of it. They drew off of each side of the damn frame. If you guys can see that. There's one drawn clear on this side, and they drew another one hanging off of that side. So the queen could be up inside of there. We are going to leave it just the way it is. All right. Man, that one's almost perfect just the way it is. Okay, girls, get out from under my finger, dang it. Everybody's getting sticky. Sticky and a little pissy. Get off of me. Funny how they feel different. I can tell when they're on me and they're getting ready to sting, they got a different feel than when they're just walking on you. These girls got plenty of reason to be stingy. Get that one out before it completely pumps full. Pump's empty. Oh man. I don't know that I have ever identified the queen in this swarm because I put them in there pretty dang quick. this one's full of eggs and pollen. Bees and honey everywhere. I have one frame left. I know I got brood down in the bottom. Pretty sure that needs to go on a frame. And these girls are going to need to be fed heavy to get them to be able to repair this and finish drawing some out and put up some honey for what I've broken, although I'll have extra frames that I'll add to them. They're shaped better than theirs. Their shapes are horrible. I'm going every which direction. But they're actually fairly damn calm. Ow, there went one up my pant leg. I'll bring you guys over. Here's what I'm looking at. Got a piece of comb on the bottom and all I see is honey on that side. So that's good. And I'll pull these other frames and take a look, see what's on them. Hopefully there's a little more brood. Anyway, I'll shut you off here, see what I find. Well, got it back together. Sorry I drug the thing out so long. Kind of nerve-wracking. Trying to be gentle with them and get it all back together. So I was missing, of course, some frames to fill it up. But I have a laying worker colony over here. This was the top of my cell starter that had a queen in it when I went to split it. You know, put it back together, so I went and split it, but she didn't make it, so it ended up as a laying worker. But they've got resources in there and they were protecting them, so I just left them alone. And I've been stealing out of them, so I took like 4 frames with some honey and a couple with some pollen and honey, good brood frames, and put them in the top of this one. And now we'll let those girls try to heal that. I'll bring in the syrup and pour the syrup to them. I've cut back on most of the others. They're doing really well. I mean, as you can see, I've got honey all over the place here and comb laying there that's full of honey, and they're not being robbed. If I did this in my commercial yard, you wouldn't be able to see this board. Be completely covered. So these girls seem to be content, or you know, putting up something from somewhere. There's nothing really, no flow going on here, but they're not tearing things up. There's the big dog next door. Hey, big dog. Anyway, that was this mess cleaned up.